Brought to you by Fowl Factory.
Welcome to this week's episode of Hardline Outdoors. It's the last day in April here. We're actually out here checking some of these ponds. We've started to see some baby geese in the area, some goslings, and we've actually seen some ducks starting to sit on nests. So we're just seeing if some of these birds are nesting out here. So we thought we'd do a little walk around and just see what we got. But today's episode got an exciting one. This is actually the Sunday of opening weekend here in Wisconsin, so it puts us in the first weekend in October. Saturday, Ryan and I, we had the opportunity to go and film a veterans hunt on Ferryville, as you saw in last week's episode. So Ryan and I were actually on our way back from Ferryville Saturday afternoon, and Mitchell was out doing some scouting, and he found a silage field just loaded with geese. There had to be at least 2,000 geese in this field. So we were lucky enough, he actually knew the farmer. We were able to get permission to get into this field for Sunday morning. And you'll see this field, there's not a lot of cover in the field. It's picked for silage, but there was a little bit of grassy patch just off the side of it. So we were able to get into that grassy patch. We had a really good hide, and you'll see right here, we had a really good hunt. So yesterday, Ryan and I were on the Mississippi River. Had a good hunt with the veterans, but this morning we're going to do a little goose hunting. We got back last night around 6 o'clock. We did a little bit of scouting, and we found this field. We saw at least 1,000 geese in here, and you can see they've been in here for a little bit. We got a lot of goose tracks in here. This is picked for silage. We're going to be sitting on the edge of a winter wheat field and the silage field, and should be a good morning. We got a good northeast wind. It's about 7-8 miles per hour, so these geese should commit right in front of the blinds. But other than that, we're just getting set up. We got about 45 minutes. We're going to get down a little bit early. The ducks should be moving. There's been seeing some ducks in this area too, and opening weekend for duck hunting. So hopefully we can get some birds on the ground this morning and have a pretty good hunt.
Got a couple more. Pretty crazy right now. There's birds flying all over the place. We got guys out in the field chasing birds. Gonna get back in the blinds and keep going. A lot of birds flying. Kill him. Yeah, baby.
Both big, was it?
I don't know, the one was. Well, we just finished up our hunt here in south central Wisconsin. We were able to get a 6-man limit of geese and also about a dozen ducks, mallards. Had a great hunt this morning. We found this field last night. There was easily 1,000 geese in it. We weren't sure about ducks, but this morning we definitely found out that there's some ducks in the area. Got up early, put out not a huge spread. The decoys off. We had a decent wind coming from our right side, and the birds just wanted to work. Every bird that we saw this morning wanted to work this field, and it made for a great shoot. One of the keys to success we had was the Bam Bam sticks from Fowl Factory. You know, these ducks, we'd see them out at a distance. We'd hit the switches on these Bam Bam sticks, and the ducks didn't want to land in the decoys. They didn't want to land next to the decoys. They wanted to land right on top of us. You know, they just held the Bam Bam sticks out of our layout blinds, flipping them on and off, and it just sucked the ducks right in. But yeah, overall, we had a great hunt this morning. You know, we had a good time with all of our friends, and we look forward to getting back out in the field soon.
Well, we're just finishing up out here. As you can see, the wind's picking up, and actually it started to rain, so we're going to head on in. But did see some ducks sitting on the water, which is good. Good to see this time of year. I think a lot of these birds are still sitting on their nests. In a little crummy weather, too. They might be hiding a little bit. But overall, you can see from the hunt, we had a great hunt. We did shoot a limit of geese. You know, we got into those birds right away, and they actually worked really well. Our hide was key for this hunt. You know, if you can get on the edge of those fields, even in fence lines, or or like maybe where a farmer turned around in a cornfield, something that gives it a little bit different look from above, you can see, as in this hunt, it really pays off. And it really paid off for us as we were able to get not only a bunch of geese, but a lot of them ducks too. You can see those birds, those ducks were a lot of younger birds, which is pretty typical that time of year. But it's still fun to shoot them early flocks and really get you going for what's coming up in the fall. But I want to thank you guys for joining us on this week's episode of Hardline Outdoors. Stay tuned right here at Hardline Outdoors for more episodes here in the future.